Welcome to the show, man. I'm telling you, I'm so excited to have you here at Dream Chasers Radio. We have a wonderful interview for you. I am so excited. Oh my gosh. Okay, so all of the artists that he's worked with, including him, I'm like, yes, that's the kind of music I love. I mean, we're going to talk to Mr. Gene Noble, international recording artist, star, celebrity, whatever you want to call it. But a hard worker is what I want to say he is. I would say, welcome to the show, Mr. Noble. What's up? How you doing?
What's up? How are you doing? Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much for coming on.
No problem. I'm glad to be here.
I had to play that song. So, you know, I am really happy we didn't get matching tattoos. No, I'm so happy. Wonderful song.
Were you gonna get one?
No.
Okay.
No. But I want to welcome you. Thank you. Yeah, right. Fair enough. Thank you so much. Okay, so you got to tell everybody, so tell everybody who you are, first of all. And then did you ever expect for your career to be so big like it is today?
Well, my name is Gene Noble. I'm a singer, songwriter, musician. I'm from New York. I grew up in New York, went to college in New York. And then after that, I went to LA and, been doing music since then. I had no clue, honestly, that things would turn out the way they did. You know, I knew I wanted to travel. I knew I loved music and I wanted to write and sing and play piano. And I knew that I was good. And I knew I wanted to be in as many people's phones and radios and computers as I could be. That's all I really knew. And I kind of didn't know the path that it would take. I didn't know that, writing would lead to background singing, would lead to touring, would lead to, just all these different types of things. I really didn't. And I definitely didn't. I definitely couldn't have mapped out the artists that I've ended up working with or that right now, Matching Tattoos, would have done so well on Billboard. Like, you always have hopes that it would be, but I couldn't have mapped it out. I couldn't have planned it for her.
That sounds amazing. It does sound amazing. Like, to just be on that journey. What was that like for you to be on that journey of uncertainty? Like, oh my gosh, what's next?
Yeah, I've been really, really fortunate. I've been fortunate that every single thing that I've done kind of led into the next thing so seamlessly that I really didn't have much of a break. I mean, I've honestly been in the very fortunate position of having so much work that I've had to turn down work most of the time. So I've been really, really fortunate, and also fortunate to decide at this moment when I'm nice and comfortable that I would like to, do my solo artist and kind of pursue that, and for it to actually be going great is amazing.
To me, that's just the icing on the cake, like homemade icing, not store-bought icing, because that's totally different.
Yeah, homemade icing, absolutely.
Homemade icing, okay? That's like love and care and just, it's all on there and it just makes it crispy and all nice.
Absolutely.
So my goodness. Okay, so tell me about the story of Matching Tattoos, and then you said you weren't expecting it to go the way it did, but what circumstances really did propel it towards that success that you've had so far?
I was actually scrolling on Instagram and I literally said out loud, I'm so glad we didn't get Matching Tattoos. And I know you are too. And I literally was like, there's a song there somewhere. And then I had this beat and then I just started singing that hook. And then that first line, which everybody remembers, kind of came as the first thing because it's the thing you realize you miss. Sorry, I'm outside if there's an airplane over there.
It's okay. We all know. We know airplanes, they fly.
So I started writing the song and everybody was like, yo, this is your song. This is actually your song, because that's the thing. I write mostly to shop songs for other artists. And so they were like, nah, this is your song, bro. You got to put this song out. And I really didn't realize that so many people had a matching tattoo story or a tattoo story with a partner, like that they either had a tattoo that they regretted, or they got a tattoo and it went well, or they have a matching tattoo that they got covered up. Like all those things I didn't know until I started, until the song started moving, and everybody would come up to me and start talking to me about tattoo stories. So I didn't realize how relatable it actually was. And yeah, it's been a crazy ride. Like I said, to be all over the radio, it's a dream come true. It's amazing.
It totally is. When you look at matching tattoos, okay,
Yeah,
and now your career now, you
yeah,
didn't know what was going on then, but now you do. What changed for
yes.
you between then and now?
Well, I think for a while it was hard for me to kind of like find my sound really. Like I was always writing for so many different artists, and then I was touring with a bunch of artists. So I kind of became like this chameleon. So it was tough for me to find my voice in all of that again. And then I started really just writing for me and recording for me and starting to find my voice. And I think that that's really what the difference is now that I'm very clear on what my voice is and what I bring to artistry into music. So I think that's now a very specific thing that I understand that I didn't before.
Mm-mm. And the business is different, isn't it? Is it different to be the writer and then to be an artist?
Well, I mean, I think the best part about the business being different right now is that you have like complete autonomy. You can do whatever you want, really. It's just as easy for me or you to put something up on YouTube as it is, the biggest artist there is. It's just as easy for us to put music on SoundCloud or streaming platforms as it is for anybody else. Now, what happens when you do it is it comes down to hustle and obviously access and things like that. But the gatekeepers can't keep you out of it. You know what I mean? Like you now
Mhm.
can stream, you can put your stuff up, you can go out and do stuff. So I think that technology and the industry now has created a like kind of a more even playing field in a way, because people will seek you out, which has been a thing for me. Like people who are seeking out people who sing in my style or do music in my style have been able to
Mhm.
find me, and that's how I was able to kind of build. But yeah, I mean, the game is just I think it's a writer's game now. I think you find that you have a lot more writers stepping up front and becoming artists because it's so much more streaming now, and that, as opposed to, it was so video heavy before, like music video
Mhm.
heavy. Now things are kind of more streaming heavy. So I mean, half the artists that I listen to most of the time, I don't know what they look like. I don't know who they are, but I just know they're great songs. So anytime I see their name, I click on the song. So it's been a kind of a evening to step up front, which is cool.
Mhm. I heard about day before yesterday. I heard someone talking about branding.
Yes.
So Hilton and Marriott and Best Western, they're all hotels, but their
Yeah.
branding doesn't really matter because you're trying to get the best price. But if you say
Right.
Nike, so he was
Right.
saying, okay, so what's the difference between a brand? And this is where I'm coming at in a second. I'll kind of get to where I'm going.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Sure.
okay, so if you say Nike and Nike
Hmm.
opens a hotel, you have an expectation of what
Right.
is going to be in that hotel room when you walk through the door.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
when you say Hilton and Best Western, they're going to have try to outdo each other, but they're going to have the same bed, the same sheets, the
Yes.
same pillows.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be the same kind of, you know what I mean? So
Right.
there's no
Yeah.
branding there. You are
Right.
branding yourself. What is that like? And how are you going about doing that for your future?
Sure. That's a great question. I think the number one thing for me is just to kind of highlight the things that I'm strong in. My greatest strength is performing live because that's where I come from. I grew up in church and then I toured for years. So I come from live performance. So that's really where I kind of shine. So I take every opportunity I can to perform live and get in front of people. And that's how I win people over. So I think the first thing people know about me is that I'm going to come out there and give a show. I'm going to sing. I'm going to go go hard and be vulnerable, and we're going to have an emotional moment. And I'm also going to write from a real place. and I
Mhm.
think that I think it's relatable. You know, I think the melodies are relatable. I think I have certain sensibilities about like R&B from obviously just being around and touring with, I mean, some of the best in R&B. I really was blessed and fortunate to watch what worked and what didn't work, and to be able to see and actually play my music for my friends who happen to now be these big artists, and be like, hey, you like this record? You don't like this record? What you think I could change about this record? You know, that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. And that definitely helped my process. I mean, like, I was able to play my project for Sting, last year when we were touring, and get feedback from him. And I respect him so much as a writer and an artist. And so that was amazing. And same with Usher and like Shaggy and stuff. So it's like, to kind of be able to, that's kind of a little bit of a cheat code, because I kind of was able to get some feedback from some people who kind of have been to the mountaintop and have done their thing. So but yeah, it's really been the best part about kind of like branding myself is that I'm able to create my own world. Like I've been used to kind of like being in other people's world, but now I'm creating my own world, and creating a level of trust and intimacy with the fans that like they know what to expect when they come to me. And hopefully that is real lyrics, emotional vocals, some just some real feels. Like I hope that I draw people into to emotion.
Mhm. Music is the soundtrack to life. I've always said that. I will always say it. No matter where you were when you heard Earth, Wind, and Fire, you can always remember, hey, that was that live party that was thrown by my auntie. We were
Yep.
having like barbecue. So your music is the soundtrack to some people's lives. Like you were saying that most people would come up to you about tattoos and matching tattoo stories. How does that
Yeah.
make you feel to be the soundtrack of the moment that they made the mistake of getting either matching tattoos or didn't get one?
Yeah, yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's cool that the thing about it is, as a singer and a songwriter, like most of the time we writing our therapy is for us. We're writing our story and to get it out. So it's really cool that we can find moments that relate to other people, because that's when it connects, and that's when it really goes somewhere, is when people can kind of like relate to it. So it's an amazing feeling. Honestly, every single time I perform any song and I get that type of feedback, it's incredible. Because I remember being that young guy, in school and not exactly knowing how to talk to girls, but I would read the lyrics from Jodeci or Usher or like whatever, and that would be how I would, you know what I mean? I would like put it on a CD, like that was how I.
Yeah, cassette tape.
So it's just like that. I love that I can turn around and be that for somebody.
It is a wonderful, wonderful thing. It is. It's just. It's. There are no words really to express the joy that one can feel when the song touches a person so much. So since
Yeah.
you're touching so many people, and now that you've had such a blessed opportunity, and congratulations, I am so happy for you. Everybody that comes on here knows I am the cheerleader behind you. If you
Thank
come
you.
back or you don't, this is my moment to have just a little bit of your time, and a memory in your life as a memory in mine.
Yeah.
Okay, your memories of song making in the future. What does that look like, and what can we expect from you?
Oh, I'm so glad you said that, because I'm actually recording the next few weeks. I just finished a long bike ride trying to get my wind up. But yeah, I'm recording the next few weeks some new stuff. I have so much. Like my phone, I write lyrics all day in my phone. Sometimes just song titles or just a line of songs here or there. And I've been stockpiling, and I got some really amazing music that's brewing. So I'm excited to do that. I also just saw the final cut of my new video, so I'm very excited about that. I have a new song coming out. I don't even know if I've said the title anywhere else, but I can say the title. It's called "Beautiful and Broken," and that is
Uh,
a song I'm about to release. And so I just saw, the cut of the video, the music video we just shot. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, just you could just expect more good music, more stuff to live your life to, more stuff that's hopefully relatable, and more stuff that you can play that'll be the soundtrack to your lives. Like I said, my entire goal is to be at the barbecue, to be, in those intimate moments, to be that music you put on to clean your house or drive your car, or, be at the beach or be with somebody you love or be by yourself sipping on something. Like, I would love to have a song for all those moments. Love to be the song that you put on when you're going out to protest. All those things. I feel like I would like for my writing to kind of like touch on all those things, all the different parts of life, not just club or sex or whatever.
Right, right. And that's wonderful. Congratulations on Beautiful and Broken, which will be your next song coming out. I'm so excited that you said that here. Thank you.
You heard it first.
Well, when you send it out, please don't forget me. Okay. So we would love to play it here on Dream Chasers Radio. Awesome.
Yes, I would love, man.
You got me dancing over here already, and I haven't even heard the song yet, so I'm excited for you. Oh my gosh. What kind of advice do you have for those people who maybe they don't think they're great writers? Is there really truly a listener for everybody?
Well, I think there's a listener for everybody if you tap into your real emotions, Like, if you're just writing to write, that's not gonna connect, I don't think. But if you are connecting to your own emotions, you know what I mean, and you kind of let it be kind of channeled through you, there's definitely a listener for that. I think there's always a listener for that. But the way to just improve writing is literally to find your own like emotion in it, like to make it connect to you. Whatever you're writing, make it connect to you, and if you feel it, somebody else will feel it. That's always the rule for me. If I don't feel it, I'm not even going to play it for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go back and make sure I feel it first. And that's a pretty good gauge. If we all do that with almost everything, I think that'd be a good gauge,
That's wonderful. Well, I've been putting up your social media, your website, everything, so people can follow you. If you haven't seen that, just go ahead and rewind and stop the screen. You can find them on GeneNoble.com. I am Gene Noble on Instagram and Twitter, YouTube, Gene Noble. His hit song so far is Matching Tattoos.
Yeah.
But that's just like so far, because we do have a new one coming out called Broken and Beautiful that I am just waiting for, because you have a beautiful voice, and I love the fact that you are now part of my soundtrack.
Thank you. I love that too. Thank you. That is my goal.
That is my goal, is to be the cheerleader behind you that you probably won't remember, but that's okay. Because
why would you remember?
It's okay. But
this is
what?
Amazing. No, all these moments, the I've waited for all these moments so long that
this is
all
wonderful.
Very special and precious.
Definitely. But in the back of your mind, I will be there, but I will also be the one cheering you on. Okay, because I think that you have a very beautiful future and a very beautiful soul and heart. You keep singing, you keep doing it out of your heart, and I am right here for you. If you need anything, all you have to do is just say, "Hey, Yaya," and I'll be here. Okay?
Thank you, yeah. Much appreciated.
Hey, no problem. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio right now. Mr. Gene Noble, you guys, yay! And he'll be back hopefully in the future with his new song.
Yes.
And we'll talk about that.
Please have me back. And I'll play Beautiful and Broken for you.
Yes. And thank you guys so much for tuning in for Dream Chasers Radio. And don't you forget to dare to be different. Mr. Noble, I want to say again, thank you so much for taking your time out. What a wonderful interview. What a wonderful disposition you have, and suggestions. If you haven't gotten that, and if you're an artist and you haven't heard what he said, you need to rewind it, because that's going to help you to grow. Good night, everybody. Don't forget to dare to be different. Bye. I dare to be different.